Hello guys, this is Vaish. So we are going to do the third episode of Vaish News Updates. So this is about the cyclones which are back to back in news since the starting of the year, and the monsoon is yet to come. So even more disastrous situations can come in the future. So there are doubts from people like how is this cyclones named and is there any specific meaning to these names? So we'll try to discuss that. And regarding the theory of tropical cyclones for UPSC students and other competitive exams, we have already done a lecture series for answer writing, and in that detailed explanation taken from your geography textbooks from class 12th has been already put. Okay, so simply search Vaishya IAS tropical cyclone video, you will get this. Okay, and it was recorded 2 years back, and it is still valid because it's a theory part of how cyclone is formed. Okay, how it intensifies and how it is going down. So that you can see this by searching this. And please subscribe to this channel because this entire thing is planned to be kept free and in a daily routine. If you do not subscribe, or likes and comments and all are reducing, then the frequency will reduce, and then maybe you will not get such daily free updates. So please see to that you hit subscribe now itself before watching the video. So after cyclone Taute left behind a trail of destruction across several Indian states, another cyclonic storm, Cyclone Yas, is very likely to form in the Bay of Bengal on 22nd May 2021 and hit West Bengal and adjoining Odisha coast by 26 May 2021. Okay, that is now. Okay, today and next 3 days, this is going to hit the entire eastern side, and maybe if you are lucky, it will just pass through and go to the Bangladesh region and then go upwards there. Okay, instead of hitting India. Okay, so, if Bangladesh perspective view, if you see, it is bad for them, but in Indian context, it may just miss India and go. Okay, so this Mumbai cyclone, okay, when it came last week, for that also we had put a video. You can see that in our Vice courses channel itself. Here we had put this video. So I guess you would have already seen when the Gateway of India, it was in this kind of scenes. Okay. So see to it that you subscribe so that this kind of videos, whenever something live is happening, we will try to put at least the mini clip of that so that you get to know like something of this sort is happening in some other state. Okay, because everybody may not be from Maharashtra or Mumbai. So to get updates, please subscribe and watch that video. It is still available on our channel. Now, after this new cyclone, the government has warned that public health challenge already posed by the COVID-19 pandemic may be compounded due to health risk posed in terms of waterborne, vector-borne, and airborne diseases in the camps and temporary shelter settings. Okay, because people will be evacuated and moved from the coastal areas. So now in this situation, all the health challenges are going to be like compounded. Everything can increase. This is the infograph or map which is being shown in news channels. The path in which it is being developed and it is moving now. Okay, so it is going to hit by May 26 near the Bengal region. Okay. The cyclone specialist at IMD, that is India's meteorological department, stated that cyclone Amphan like intensification cannot be ruled out. However, the fast speed at which the storm system is moving at present would restrict the intensification. Okay, if it was like slowly getting developed, then maybe the intensity will be high and more devastation can happen. But it is moving so fast that maybe it will just pass quickly from our coast. Okay, Orissa coast. The cyclone may move towards the Sundarbans in Bangladesh and cause significant damage. Cyclone Amphan and Cyclone Bulbul, which was earlier ones, had both entered Bangladesh after hitting the Indian Sundarbans. Okay, so Sundarbans is also important for you, for UPSC students. So see to it that you study about that. Whenever a cyclone hits a country, the first thing that strikes the mind of most is what these names mean. Okay, so Yas name of the cyclone, which is the latest one, is given by Oman. Okay, the country Oman in the Middle East. So Yas refers to a tree that has a good fragrance, and in English the word is similar to jasmine. Okay, so that Oman has suggested it. But is it Oman which suggests everything, or why does Oman suggest something which is near to Indian coast? Okay, that too in the Bay of Bengal. Why should Oman, which is there in the western side, why should they suggest a name here? So we'll see the entire procedure here in this video. Taute, the first cyclonic storm of 2021, name was given by Myanmar. Okay, it developed in the Arabian Sea and was classified as very severe cyclonic storm. Okay, so this also I'll tell you what all types of classifications are there. This one in particular was named or classified under very severe cyclonic storm. 12 people died in Maharashtra, 8 in Gujarat, and 8 in Karnataka and 4 in Gujarat. So here if you see, this I had posted in our YouTube channel a few days back when people were asking me the doubt. So this was given by Myanmar, and it means highly vocal lizard, okay, or gecko. Gecko means this kind of this thing only, reptile. So this names are given by countries on rotational basis. So which all countries are there and how are they selected? Is there any particular rule to do that? I will tell you in the next slide. So the term cyclone is derived from the Greek word cyclos, that means coils of snake. Okay, because it's like a coil, right? A cyclone is an intense whirl in the atmosphere with very strong winds circulating around in a anti-clockwise and clockwise direction in the northern and southern hemisphere respectively. That means anti-clockwise direction in the northern hemisphere, clockwise direction in the southern hemisphere. Okay, UPSC question had come like statement, they just interchange this direction with the hemisphere, and it was a wrong statement. So you should know which hemisphere, what type of rotation the cyclone will be moving. The cyclones are classified on the basis of the following. Okay, based on the speed, it has different names like it or classifications. It is low pressure area, depression, deep depression, cyclonic storm. Up to the cyclonic storm, it may not be very much devastated or anything. Okay, it will be very slow only the how it is coming. So severe cyclonic storm, very severe cyclonic storm which we saw, and then super cyclonic storm, and okay, that is the 7 types. And in this cyclone Amphan, okay, it was the first pre-monsoon super cyclone of the century that emerged from the Bay of Bengal. So that is why that was very devastating in nature. Okay, it is coming under super cyclonic nature. The Taute which we learnt now, it was in the 6th category. Okay, little lesser than that. Now yes, we'll come to see in coming days like how much fast it's going to approach land. Okay, so how are these cyclones named? In 2000, the year 2000, a group of nations under WMO, that is World Meteorological Organization, and the UN Economic and Social Commission for Asia Pacific, which comprised of 8 countries. Okay, that is Bangladesh, India, Maldives, Myanmar, Oman, Pakistan, Sri Lanka, and Thailand. Okay, these are the 8 countries under this Asia Pacific region. Okay, under the UN's this particular wing, 8 countries are there. They started naming the cyclones. Okay, because cyclones were hitting in this region continuously, they started naming them. After each country sent in suggestions, the WMO escape panel on tropical cyclones, okay, there was a panel on tropical cyclones, PTC, finalized the list. Adopting names for cyclone makes it easier for people to remember as opposed to numbers and technical terms. Like yesterday when I did the glacier video, you would have noticed like A76, A23, A68. This is how you name glaciers or what icebergs which falls off. So common people cannot remember it, or maybe media or disaster management team, it will be very confusing. Okay, like which glacier are we talking about? But if you have names which are little fancy type and referring to something like this, okay, Amphan or Taute or Yas, it is much more easier to connect with people, and people can remember it and use it for their disaster management and other media related activities. So with a name, it is easy to identify individual cyclones, create awareness of its development, rapidly disseminating warnings to increase community preparedness and remove confusion where there are multiple cyclonic storms over region. Okay, because like as you see these 2 cyclones like back to back within the same month you are hearing. Okay, so if you have the names, you will understand. Instead of telling A, B, C or some A23, 323, this will be much more easier to remember. Okay, so the name, there is some rules. Okay, it's not like that they can tell whatever names they want. So the proposed name should be neutral to culture, politics, gender, and religious beliefs. The name should not hurt the sentiments of the group of population in the world. The name should not be rude or cruel in nature. The panel on tropical cyclone has rights to reject the name suggested by the countries. The name should be short with less than 8 characters and easy to pronounce. So this is one thing you would have noticed. Every name, it is not longer than 8 characters. Okay, all the names are less than that. Now, if these guidelines are following, the name is accepted by the panel on tropical cyclones. Some of the names picked by India were suggested by the general public. An IMD committee is formed to finalize the names before sending it to the PTC. Okay, Indian committee is there which takes names from the public, and also they themselves give names, and then it is given to the PTC. Okay, which finalizes the selection. Now, what is WMO? WMO is a specialized agency of the United Nations responsible for promoting international cooperations on atmospheric science, climatology, hydrology, and geophysics. Okay, you should know United Nations, even though there are many bodies under United Nations, there are only 15 specialized agencies. Okay, so you should find out which are the 15 specialized agencies. Out of that, WMO is one of them. So it's a very, very important body with respect to the United Nations. And WMO has classified the entire world into 6 to 7 regions. Okay, if you see here, this entire color, okay, even though India's map is incorrectly given with partial Kashmir only, this is under the region 2. Okay, so this is region 2, Africa is region 1, then region 3 is South America, region 4 is around this America and USA and Mexico, sorry, Canada and Mexico, then region 5 is here, Australia region, that is Pacific region, West Pacific you can tell, then region 6 is this dark green, Europe region, okay, including Greenland, this is Greenland, okay. So then multiple other regions are there, which is USA, Russia and all. So this, almost every country of the UN is part of WMO. Okay, don't think like only few are there. Almost everything is there. Only exception is there. Few island countries are there, and then maybe like Palestine and all, which is not recognized by the UN. Such a few countries will be missed out. Else entire 180 something countries, okay, 189 or 190 countries are listed under WMO classification. Okay. Now this is the 64 names which those 8 countries gave in the year 2000. Okay, what we discussed in the previous slide, they gave 64 names. Like if you see, India gave these 8 names: Agni, Akash, Bijli, Jal, Lehar, Megh, Sagar, Vayu. Like that, everybody gave. You would have seen all this. Okay, in the news, you would have seen this Titli, Gaja, Oki, Amphan. Okay, so what you notice is Amphan was the 64th name in this list, and this list got expired. Now, when a next cyclone comes, what will you do? So that is when in 2018 these people will meet again. Okay, they'll meet again and decide like this list is exhausted. All these cyclones are over. 64 cyclones are over since 2000. Now we need a new list of names. Okay, so in 2018, WMO escape expanded to include 5 more countries. Okay, they included Iran, Qatar, Saudi Arabia, UAE, and Yemen. Okay, in the map, if you see, these are all the Middle East region countries. Okay, which also comes under the effect of Arabian Sea. Okay, Indian Ocean. So these were added, and the new list included the last name of the previous list, Amphan. Okay, because by that time Amphan was not hit. Okay, so Amphan was kept as the first name there, but later that also hit. So that was now not there, and now new names will be there. I'll show you the list also, don't worry. So after the first list got exhausted, IMD released 169 new names for the tropical cyclones in the Indian Ocean region. So the 13 countries gave 13 names each. Okay, so the 13 countries are this one, which I told, the initial 8 countries plus the newly added 5 countries. Okay. The decision to create new list of cyclones was taken during the 45th session of Panel on Tropical Cyclones held by World Meteorological Organization at Muscat, Oman in 2018. Now, India's side, the Regional Specialized Meteorological Center in New Delhi is responsible to name the cyclones near India in the region of Bay of Bengal and Arabian Sea. Okay, whatever the names here are so finally given by this particular body. Okay, this is part of IMD only. This is given to the PTC, which we discussed in the previous slide. Okay, so those 8 countries are mentioned here, which was initially there. Okay, they are responsible for the cyclones which hit in and around India. Now, this is the new list. So if you see here, Bangladesh is given 13 names. India has given this Gati, Tej, Marusu and all. So the order, like, it will go like this. Okay, vertically it will go. Like Nisarga is over, Gati is over, Nivar is over, Burevi is over. Now Tauktae is hit and Yas is hit. Meaning next cyclone, even before coming, we can tell the name now itself. Okay, the name will be Gulab. Okay. It may hit next month. It may hit after 2 months or 3 months. Whenever this thing hits anywhere in the Arabian Sea or Bay of Bengal or this region, which I showed you in the map, the next cyclone will be definitely Gulab. Then after that it will be Shaheen. Okay, so the names for the next 164 cyclones are pre-decided. Okay, so this is how the list is maintained. And this is there available in Google. You can go and search, but don't please by heart this for any exam. This is not required. Whatever is in news, you should know, like, okay, like this. And if India has suggested that, you should know. If you know, India suggested is Gati, but this Gati, I think, did not hit even India. Okay, it hit near the Somalian coast or something, near Africa. So like that, each places, different things to be hit. Okay. So it need not be like only the Indian suggested name will be named for an Indian cyclone. It's not like that. It can be anyone. Okay, because it's a pre-decided order. So next one, wherever it hits, it will be called Gulab. Next one, after that, wherever it hits, it will be called Shaheen. Okay, like this 164 names will get expired after a few years. This is Samha, if you see the last one, that is the last one. And after that, this list will get expired. Maybe they will again expand. A new list will be made. Okay, if the same rules are maintained, then a new list will be published. Else maybe new countries will be added. So we have to wait and see. But that will take few years. Okay, because cyclone is like, it will take time, because 64 names itself, it took around 15 years to get exhausted. So this will obviously take more years. Okay, so this is the full list of tropical cyclones. Now this question, you can go through the question and give the answer in comment section. We have added this question series so that you interact in the comments. Okay, we want your subscription. So please kindly subscribe to this channel, because without that, we cannot keep this free content alive. Okay, so I'll come up with the next video soon. Thank you and have a nice day.